This is Jackson Chastain here with the latest edition of Weatherwise. Today we talk black ice. I know we are so far away from winter right now, but you know, it's worth mentioning. It's worth mentioning because it's actually a pretty deadly form of hazard that you can encounter, especially when you're on the road in the winter with below freezing temperatures. And you do need below freezing temperatures because what we're forming here is ice along the road surface. It kind of forms a thin layer, and that can really affect transportation if you're driving your car there. And the big thing here is that you really can't see it very well because it's so transparent. So if you're driving on a black asphalt road and you have black ice on it, you really can't see it until it's too late. So it's a big hazard, it's a huge hazard, and there's really three ways that you can form black ice. One of those is with clear skies, and what that happens is if you get some snow, that snow will actually melt onto the road, and then overnight, once things kind of cool down a bit, it's going to form that thin layer of ice as that water refreezes. That's the first way. Second way here is if you have kind of light rain but below freezing temperatures at the surface, or freezing rain. It's just super cool water that's ready to freeze, but it needs to come into contact with something. So if you have those conditions, you have freezing rain falling, it's going to fall on that road and it's going to start building ice up along that surface, and that's another way you can get some black ice. Now that third way, that's with fog, and that's actually kind of an interesting way because, again, you have this below 32-degree surface, but the water droplets in the fog are actually touching the ground and freezing onto the ground, and so it's not like raining, but when you have the cloud hovering over there for a long time, you will get a thin buildup of this black ice on the ground. So fog, interestingly enough, another factor that could cause accumulations of black ice on the surface. So there's lots of the ways that you can get black ice on your road. A hazard you should always be on the watch for, particularly in the later parts of the wintertime or dead of wintertime when you have these below freezing temperatures. Now, that's all I have for the latest edition of Weatherwise. As always, if you have a question, feel free to post that to my Facebook, Twitter. You can send me an email, but otherwise, you guys have a great one.
Weatherwise is brought to you by 4 County Electric Power Association.